Someone I trusted distributed my private photos, and now I get calls from people thinking that I'm an SW, a sex worker. So this man calls my cell phone, and he is like, do you know the good positions? You know, the good stretches. I didn't realize what he was asking for, and I was just like, yeah, Bowden is my yoga studio, has classes for everyone, and I start like rattling off the schedule to him, and he's like, no, I'm looking for one-on-ones with you. So he asks me, what else does a one-on-one include? I'm like, yoga, meditation, some breath work. And he was like, yeah, but what else do I get? I'm driving at the time, so I ask him for his name. Coincidentally, he says the same name as the person who had distributed my private photos. And I asked him for his email, and I said that I would follow up with him by email, and he says, I don't have an email. Red flag, everybody has an email. So I tell him to go to my website and to fill out the form on the website. I don't even know if my website has a form. And he goes, what is your website? I'm like, that's weird. I said, where'd you get my number from? He's like, online. And then he asks me, what is your Instagram and TikTok? And I'm like, you're calling for yoga sessions. You got my contact information online. You don't know the name of the yoga studio that you're calling. Something here is a little weird. And that's when I became suspicious that it had to do with the person who distributed my private photos. Maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't know. But he called me 3 more times that day. I didn't answer. So then a few days pass and I get more calls from him. So I send a text message and I tell him that I don't do one-on-one sessions with new students or someone who hasn't been referred by a current student. And he sends me a bunch of texts that did not make sense. And then he was like, I'm in the shower. Can you call me? And then he texts me asking if we can shower together. So like 15 calls from this man collectively. And I tell him, this is harassment. I block his number. If my studio Bowden has been open for more than a year, and I've had an online presence since 2009, and I have never had someone call me looking for intimate yoga sessions until someone in my life distributed private photos to intimidate me. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. What do you think?